Testing, testing. Hello, everybody. Tim Manning here. I wanted to definitely include you all in on my thought process. It basically arrived from um, a magazine article that I picked it up the other day, and I'm gonna just go ahead. This video is not gonna be long, but I wanted to share with you all what I was thinking and some questions that I was asking myself throughout this process. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I've entitled this The Billionaire's Edge. And why the Billionaire's Edge? Because this article was about billionaires. And as I've been thinking over the past, probably 24 to 48 hours about this article, I was really mesmerized about not only the variety of different industries that all these billionaires are in, but it really triggered a question in my mind, the question of, okay, well, a billionaire, okay? Uh, Figuratively, I know how much money that is, but more instinctively, from a not only a personality standpoint, but what type of uh, fundamental key attributes these particular persons possess in order to have this particular edge. They look like us, they dress like us, they do the same things we do from a livelihood standpoint. More than likely they have a home, they brush their teeth, and they do all the things that humans do. Um, but what separates them from the regular person that goes to work on a day in and day out basis? And I'm pretty sure that they go to work too, but is something different. But for this particular video, I wanted to definitely focus on billionaires as it relates to comparing them to millionaires. So obviously, billionaires have a lot more money or net worth than millionaires do. But what separates them? What separates the billionaire from the millionaire? And that's really what this is going to be about. And I was, as I was planning for the new year, I had a light go off, and this particular, uh, I guess, insight, I would say, really allowed me to see, not only from a personal standpoint of what I needed to change, but more so of how I can implement this going into the new year. So take a walk with me for a moment, and I want you to really, really go down this journey with me mentally, and uh, really do some self surgery, as it will, to, and I'm not saying this is not a promotion for you to become a billionaire if you don't desire, but as it relates to you setting your goals, just really uh, self self digest and really look at how this may relate to any part of your life. So what does the millionaire look like? A millionaire, obviously, they have a home, and according to some statistical research that I was looking at, uh, most millionaires, they have a lot of net worth in homes, quote unquote, their personal home. Uh, some of them, not all of them, are self-employed individuals, so it's not surprising that a surgeon could be a millionaire. You know, uh, it's not surprising that an attorney could be a millionaire. These are self-employed individuals. I'm pretty sure most of them are running firms, but they're self-employed, meaning that either they're actively doing it or they have 50 or 100 other people doing this particular profession, but they're in the profession of providing some type of hands-on, hands-off service. Uh, Most of them have real estate investments, not all, but some. Most of them have retirement. And, it's not hard to reach millionaire status when you follow a structured plan, per se, and you're able to, be disciplined in order achieving that. But what makes them uh, different from the billionaire? Um, it's really, I think it's, even though they share commonalities, I think it really comes down to their willingness, and I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself right now, um, but their willingness to take risk. You know, um, uh, and let me go to this particular slide. Their willingness to take risks. Uh, Impossible is not in their vocabulary, right? So when you think of the word impossible from a billionaire's perspective, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in their vocabulary. So, and I'm going to share with you an article, uh, and I'm going to paraphrase the article, but this guy from Japan, he's actually a billionaire. I don't know what his age is now, but from the article in Fortune, it basically said that he made and lost $39 billion in 4 months. Okay, so that's what really kind of inspired me to do this particular short presentation. Is it really intrigued me, and it kind of sparked some things internally that uh, I was curious about. So they're risk takers. Impossible is not in their vocabulary, and their mindset is led by vision that doesn't include themselves. What do I mean by that? Um, and I'm kind of going more in depth than I would like, but I'm going to share this. When you say a vision that doesn't include you, if you compare that to the surgeon, he or she has a particular practice that that's it's a must for them to physically be there. And I'm not saying you have some particular professions from a billionaire perspective that requires them to be there. Kind of like, you have quite a few hedge fund billionaires. So even if they're not actively trading or quote unquote managing the fund, uh, most of them do partake in that particular daily task every day. Uh, but and that's just one particular industry, just for an example. But most of them, they have a vision that doesn't include themselves. So as you embark on planning for the 2016 year, just think about what I've said over the past few minutes, and if you don't mind, complete the survey and enter your details if you would like to stay in contact via email. I'm going to be definitely expounding on this particular topic more in depth in the coming months. So enter your details at the end of the survey if you wish. If not, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And regardless of what anybody says, um, don't put any limits on yourself. Make sure you get around like-minded people that will help you achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve. And if I don't hear from you, be well, God bless, and thank you for listening.